Good afternoon, one and all. Today we will going to discuss about the digital communication. First, I welcome to all my students and congratulate to come in final year BTech degree in electronics and telecommunication engineering. Myself, I am Mr. Mohani Chimanna, assistant professor in Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Electronics and Telecommunication Department. Today I will going to discuss about the subject digital communication. The digital communication is very much important because the communication that occurs in our day-to-day life, and it is in the form of the signals. These signals, such as the sound signals, generally the analog signals, and that analog in nature in the form of the sound signals, waves, etc. When the communication needs to be establish a channel over a distance, the analog signals are sent through the wire using different techniques for effective transmission. Then what is the necessity of the digitization? Here is the analog signal, and in the analog signal we have able to convert it into the digital signal. Means in the analog signal its amplitude is a varying with respect to the time parameter, and it is necessary to convert into the digital signal. Means it is in the form of the 0 and 1 respectively. Then in the conventional method, what we do in the conventional method of communication used in the analog signal for the long distance communication, and which suffers from the many losses such as the distortion, interference, and other losses including the security breach, etc. In order to overcome these problems, the signals are digitized using the different techniques, and the digitized signal are allowed for the communication to be more clear, accurate, without losses. In this figure indicates that the difference between the analog signal and the digital signal. The analog signal is its amplitude. This amplitude should be varying with respect to the time parameter, and in the digital signal consists of the ones and zero, which indicates the high and low, which values respectively. Then in the next, advantages of the digital communication. What is the advantages of the digital communication over the analog communication? See, first is the spread spectrum technique is used to avoid the signal jamming. Means in case of the analog signal, its amplitude should be varying with respect to time. Hence, sometime what happens, there is a lot of the analog signal will be mixing together and to form the noise. Then the combine the digital signal, there are a lot of the information, huge information, and that huge information is able to compress at a time, having the differentiation using the combining digital signal using the time division multiplexing, and time division multiplexing is easier than the combining the analog signal using the frequency division multiplexing. Sometimes the question is asked, the time division multiplexing, this time division multiplexing and the frequency division multiplexing, which is the digital technologies used. Basically the time division multiplexing, this technique is used for the digital communication rather than the frequency division multiplexing. This multiplexing technique is used for the analog communication by combining the analog signals. Then the next advantages is that to configuring the process of digital signal is easier than the analog signal. Means if you have able to configure your digital signal, suppose there are 1010, this 10104 bit is able to travel through the space, then the shift keying technique is able to use it. And with the help of the shift keying techniques, so here is the configuration process of the digital signal is easier than the analog signal. This is the another advantages of the digital communication. Then after that, the digital signal can be saved in the retrieved more conveniently than the analog signal. Means suppose we have to be identified to process the data, to after the processing the data we have to be extract the data from the transmitter. It is very easily as compared to the analog signal. Means here is the digital signal can be saved and retrieved more conveniently than the analog signal. Then another is the many of the digital circuit have almost common encoding techniques and hence similar devices that can be used for the number of the purposes. We suppose there are a digital technology. With the help of the digital technology you have to be manufacturing the devices. The common devices is used for the different application purpose. But in case of the analog, there is a specific circuit, specific all the methodologies should be used to be used for specific applications of the to process the analog signals. Means it is not able to use that kit or instrument for the other purposes. The meaning of here, the many of the digital circuits have almost common encoding techniques and hence similar devices that can be used for the number of the purposes. The capacity of the channel is effectively utilized by the digital signals. Means basically the capacity. Next is the capacity, that capacity of the channel is effectively used by the digital circuits. Then the effect of the distortion. Basically the effect of the distortion, noise and the interference is much less than the digital signal as they are the affected, and the digital signals are more reliable, and digital signals are easy to design and cheaper than the analog circuits. And whatever the hardware implementation in the digital circuits, that hardware implementation in the digital circuit is more flexible than the analog, because while designing the any circuitry for the specific applications for the analog signal should be varying or to be passing through the circuit, it is more complex than the digital. Hence it's the hardware implementation in the digital circuits is more flexible than the analog. Next is the occurrence of the crosstalk is very rare in the digital communication. Means in the digital communication the crosstalk is very rare. Because of that, all are the digital ICs, digital technologies is able to use that. There is a very few times there is a crosstalk should be happen. Apart from that, the occurrence of the crosstalk is very rare. The signal is usually in the unaltered in the pulse need for the high disturbance to alter its properties, which is very difficult. Means the signal is unaltered and the pulse needs to be high disturbances to alter the properties, and which is very difficult. Means basically what happens, the spread spectrum technology. In case of the spread spectrum technology, your modulated signal, what is mean by the modulation? Modulation is nothing but your information bearing signal is superimposed or you have placed on the carrier signal, and carrier signal is carry the information from one place to the another place. This process is called as the modulation. Whatever the modulation is used in the digital communication, which is super MPCL, which is superior than the analog, because in the analog there is an amplitude should be varying with respect to the time, hence the noise is more, and there is very easily you have to be altered the properties of the information. But here the signal is unaltered, hence there is no question for the any alteration of the information. Next is that the signal processing. Here is the signal processing function such as the encryption, compression, decryption are employed in the digital circuit to the maintain the secrecy of the information. From this property, what we understand, from this property the signal processing functions such as the encryption and compression are employed in the digital circuits and maintain the secrecy of the information. Means for earlier I have told you there is a spread spectrum technology. Once you have to be changes the information by 2 to 3 times such a way that the unauthorized person cannot easily decrypt your information or to read the information, secrecy of the information. Because of that, the signal processing functions such as encryption, compression are employed in the digital circuits. And the probability of the error, next advantages about that, the probability of the error occurrence is reduced by the employing error detecting and correcting codes. Means error occurrence while the transmission, then error is detected, no problem. What, on which bit error is detected, we have to be identified by error detecting and correcting techniques. That part we have seen afterwards. Here we have going to discuss about the probability of the error occurrence is reduced by the employing error detecting and error correcting codes. Then after that, what is the actual element of the digital communication? The actual element of the digital communication from this figure, we have to be understand that the basic element of the digital communication system. From that, the basic element of the digital communication system, we will going to discuss about the element which is form the digital communication system is represented by the following diagram, whatever the diagram you have seen on the screen. Basically, first is the source. Here is the first is the source, and the source, it may be the analog, it may be the digital, it any form the source is available. Suppose your source is the analog signal, sound signal, then sound signal is able to convert it whatever it will be given to the input transducer. What is the function of the input transducer? The transducer takes the physical input and it will be able to convert into the electrical signal. Means transducer which takes the physical input, here is the physical input, and that physical input is able to convert into the electrical signal. Means this block also consists of analog to digital converter. Means first is that whatever the physical input which is to be given to the microphone, that microphone is able to convert your voice signal to the electrical signal, and that electrical signal is again it will be able to convert into the digital signal, and that digital signal is able to given the source encoder. Means a digital signal is generally represented by the binary sequence. Then what is the function of the source encoder C? The source encoder compresses the data into the minimum number of the bits. Means source encoder compress the data into the minimum number of the bits, and this process helps the effective utilization of the bandwidth. Means why the source encoder will be put there? Because of that the process, it will be help to effective utilization of the bandwidth, and it removes the redundant bit unnecessary accessible. Means from this redundant bit, suppose there are the 20 bits and there is a that 20 bits the repeatedly 1 and repeatedly 0 will be able to observe there, then it will be unnecessary whatever the bits redundant bit, the bandwidth is going to be increases. That's why it will be that redundant bit should be removed with the help of the source encoder. Then next block is the channel encoder. This is the channel encoder. Then what is the function of the channel encoder C? The channel encoder does the coding, the error corrections during the transmission of the signal. During the transmission of the signal, due to the noise in the channel, the signal may be get altered, and hence to avoid it, and the channel encoder adds some redundant bit to be transmitted data, and these are the error correcting bits. Now suppose there are the data should be able to transmitted there 1010, means obviously at the output signal we have able to observe the data 1010, but unfortunately there is a 1 is going to be changed by 0 and 0 is going to be changed by 1. Then what happens? once it will be going to change, the total meaning of the information going to be changed, which is unwanted signal, unwanted data, and it will be protected by the channel encoder. Means whatever the alteration of the data which is to be protected by the channel encoder, and it will be added some extra bit along with the information bit, and that extra bit which is called as the channel encoder, or which is called as the error correcting bits, then that will be given to the digital modulator and digital to analog converter. Then digital modulator. What is the digital modulator? What is the function of the digital modulator? The signal to be transmitted in the modulated here by the carrier, and the signal is also converted to the analog form and digital sequence. Analog form, the digital sequence, and in order to make it travel through the channel or medium. Means finally whatever the source, that source is able to convert it into the digital, means the source encoder and channel encoder, which is to be able to provide by some protecting of the data, by adding the some extra bit for error correcting bits. And source encoder, the source encoder, it process help effective utilization of the bandwidth, and it removes the redundant bits, unnecessary excess bits, and finally whatever the data is come from the modulator, which is in the form of the analog. That analog signal is placed on the channel, and the channel or medium, or it allows the analog signal to transmit from the transmitter end towards the receiver end. Then digital modulator, again we have to be placed whatever the analog signal is coming, this analog signal is in the form of the digital data, and that will be able to come towards the digital demodulators. Here is the modulator and here is the demodulators. Then this is the first step to received end. This is the first step to the received end, and the received signal is a demodulated as well as converted again from analog to digital converter, and the signal gets reconstructed here. Then whatever the analog to digital converter, here your data is in the form of the digital sequence, and that digital sequence is given to the channel decoder. Then what is the function of the channel decoder? The channel decoder after the detecting the sequence, there's some error corrections. Means whatever the during the transmission there is a something to be happen, that will be corrected by the channel decoder, and that channel decoder, the distortion which might occur during the transmission are corrected by adding the some redundant bit. This the addition of the bits helps in the complete recovery of the original signal. Then it will become for the source decoder. Then the source decoder, what is the function of the source encoder and source decoder? The resultant signal once again digitized by sampling and the quantization. What is the sampling? Sampling is twice that of the here. Twice your sampling signal is twice that of the modulating signal, and quantization means approximation of the signal. This is the process to convert from the analog signal to the digital signal, and that source, the resultant signal is once again digitized by sampling the quantizing, so that the pure digital output is obtained without the loss of the information, and the source decoder recreates the source output. Then the last block is that the output transducer and output signal. The output transducer, this is the last block which converts the signal into the original physical form, and which as the input of the transmitter, it converts the electrical signal into the physical output. Suppose loudspeaker is the physical output, and this physical output is nothing but your output signal. This is the output which produced after the whole process the sound signal is received. This unit has dealt with the introduction, the digitization of the signal, advantageous element of the digital communication. In the coming chapter we will learn about the concept of the digital communication in detail, in pulse code modulation, sampling, its reconstructions, then what are the different types of the quantization, that part we will going to discuss in my next video. Thank you.